Hey everybody. Gonna probably hear some background noise because I'm actually sitting outside of a hospital, so there's a lot of cars driving around. But what today's little message is about is taking chances. As I sit here in the parking lot before I go in, I'm about to have an MRI. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure everything will be fine, and if it's not, then that's just the way it is. But I sat here and I thought real quick, as I usually do when I have this MRI once a year, I say, have I taken any chances this year? If I walk in here and I walk out with bad news, can I say that I've had a good time? That I've enjoyed the ride? That I took a chance here and there? Not all the time, just enough to make it all interesting. Because as I sat here, I was watching all the cars drive by, and I noticed something that I've noticed before. And that's, there's two types of people in this world. There's the people that hold on to the steering wheel with both hands, 10 and 2. And then there's people that hold it by one hand, and sometimes they steer with their knees. And I like to think that I've been both those people. I've realized when there's a certain amount of necessity of being careful in this walk. But I've also learned that every once in a while, you gotta throw caution to the wind. Because what makes us human is the experience. And what makes the experience is risk. Now, I'm not telling people to go jump out of airplanes without parachutes. Or, I'm not even telling you to jump out of an airplane with a parachute because, if we were supposed to do that, we would have had wings. But what I am saying is that you have to look back. You don't have to be sitting outside of an office waiting for an MRI. But you got to look back and you got to ask yourself, have I enjoyed any of this experience? Have I taken any risks? Have I done things that were against my better judgment? Not bad things, but have I done things like jumping out of an airplane that were against my instinctual gut feeling telling me not to do it, but turned out to be one of the best moments of my damn life? Have you done that? And if you haven't, you have to ask yourself why. Have you just sat there and said, well, it's going to go this way, it's going to go that way, only thinking bad thoughts, only letting ego and emotion play into it? Or have you realized that your life is quite boring and you've been holding on to the wheel with both hands the whole time? I'm pretty sure that I've enjoyed my experience thus far. I have caused a lot of pain and a lot of misery, not only to myself, but to others along the way. But at one point, I finally put that all into a suitcase and put it in a closet, never to be seen again. Because as we all know, you can't go back. But you can reflect. And you can reflect on those moments that you caused pain or you went through pain, and you can overcome it and you can move on from it. And you can start to live a little. And so as I sit here and I wonder what my fate will be, I realize that I'm in control of it. It doesn't matter if I walk in and walk out with bad news or good news. I'm in control of what happens next. Nobody else, not the doctors, not my family and friends, me, myself. This is my experience. I get to do with it as I please. I get to decide whether I'm going to go jump out of an airplane or not. Nobody else. And you have that same power. You have to ask yourself, do I want to keep going on, holding on with both hands, worried about all the cars around me, worried about whether my oil needs to be changed, whether I need this or I need that? I missed that last sign. I didn't see what it said. I better not go any further. Or are you just going to freeball it? Because when you sit here in moments like this, you have to realize that you've been doing it the whole time because somebody told you how to do it the whole time. But now you have to start doing it for yourself. It doesn't matter what they tell you. It doesn't matter what they show you. It doesn't matter how many times they say, this is the way and the only way. And if you do it any other way, you're a bad person, or you're an unlawful person, or you're not human, or you're not this, or you're not that. Stop letting others control how you drive the car. It's time, my friends. It's time to say to yourself, what do I want? And then it is time to go for that goal. As usual, this is just one of my rants, but I felt I had to say it to you all. Ask yourself, do I need to hold on to the wheel so tightly all the time, or can I have a little fun? Because when I walk out of here, I'm not going to think about the bad that I've done, and I'm not going to think about the bad that has been done upon me. I'm not going to think about, oh God, I'll be dead in 3 months, or oh God, I'll got another 30 years. I'm going to be thinking about how I can enjoy the experience, how I can be around people that I enjoy the experience with, how I can do things that I would have never done 30 years ago or 20 years ago, because I have the ability to choose myself and not be told by others. I'm going to walk out of here and live life, live the experience as boldly and as bravely and as much fun as possibly imaginable, whether it's a week, a day, a year, or eternity. And you need this mindset too. I love you all. Walk in light. Have a little fun. Take your hand off the wheel.